Okay. I should now be live. Awesome. So, this is Iridion 3D, a Game Boy Advance game that I am not familiar with, although I did play it the other day, and I'm now sort of familiar with it. I've gotten to the last level. I've gotten to the last boss, like, a handful of times. I've gotten my butt kicked every single time. So, hopefully, we can beat him. Maybe. I don't know. We're gonna find out. Let's see. Audio levels should be good. Yes, this was the first Game Boy Advance game released in North America. The year of 2001, I believe. So, I might do a little project with Game Boy Advance games. I don't know yet. We're gonna see how this streaming thing goes, and if I just get so frustrated to the point where I'm just like, nope, not doing it. I don't know. So, I do have a password from the other day. Let's see if I can write that down. Or not write that down, regurgitate that, I mean. And also, I do want to set up, let me see if I can do this real quick. Wherever this is going to be, okay. Let's see. Edit, no. It's a disaster. We're already to a rocky start. Let's see, settings, nope, that's not it either. I'm trying to get a timer up here. Move that over there. Okay. Okay. So I streamed this the other day and I put about 2 hours and 21 minutes into it. So I would like to set the timer at that. Nope, not the layout. I wish I was more familiar with all this fancy software. What's up, Kill Minus? Go to settings. That's not it. Apologize to everyone watching. I'm trying to get my layout set up. Oh, here we go. Hold on. There we go. Ah, I figured it out. We have done it. All right. So go ahead and start this timer again. Throw in this this password. I really like the sound that the password makes when you enter it. It's just a satisfying boop. So we'll see. I'm gonna be. Oh man, it's been a hot minute. Let's see if I can not just completely suck. Also, this game is not super friendly. It is, in my experience, my very limited experience, a little on the difficult side. I should not have taken that hit there, but I did. So this level's the only one that has these blue ball shooty things, and apparently they're like the strongest weapon in the game, and they are basically meant to kill the final boss with. And I'm going to try to avoid these missiles as best as humanly possible. Oh crap. Ah. While picking up the triple shot here, which is absolutely crucial. Now, I will admit, I did watch a speed run of this level in the final boss earlier, and I was like, you know what? That guy is so much better than I am at this game. Oh my gosh, I just took a death. That is not okay. I'm just gonna wax it. Wax it, start over. The worst part is wax on, wax off. The worst part is I have to enter the stupid password back in every single time. And I'm having to try to do this off 2 lives. So. Oh, I took a hit there. Lame. Oh, wow. Took a hit there, too, and I didn't mean to. Yeah, this might be another, getting used to the game again kind of situation. I really wish I was as good as the video I watched earlier today, because he just like aced this level without taking a single hit. And then he pretty much took on the final boss like it was just no big deal. Dang it. Alright, I cannot go into the final boss with just 1 life, so I'm going to wax it again. Come on. See, because there is a health up coming up right here that I'm not going to pick up because I'm trying to die. So if I can at least get to that. Boop. These lava things are pretty cool looking, I've got to admit, but they are a little annoying, just because I want to make sure I'm high enough from them. And these enemies, too, are just like... Most of this game, in my experience playing it 2 days ago, is you just want to avoid things. It's a game about points, and let's be honest, screw that. Who needs points when you're just trying to beat the game? When you're trying to survive? Bullets do a lot of damage, but not as much as actually directly impacting a ship does. That does a heck of a lot of damage. So we try to avoid that as much as possible. We try to avoid colliding with things. Please give me that. Alright, awesome. So I got the best weapon in the game. I got full life, 1 extra health. Let's see if I can at least just make it to the boss. I don't need that because I'm already max powered on my gun. I took a hit there. Took another hit there. That's amazing. Let's see if I can avoid these. Avoid the falling missiles. Avoid these. So what makes the final boss so hard, because I did get to him a handful of times the other day, is he spews out flamethrower shots that basically do collision damage. Just like that. You just saw me take that hit from that one ship there, which I should not have taken, and I deeply regret. I think there's another health power-up coming up, though, so if I can just make it to that... Sweet. Just as I said it, I willed it into existence, is what happened there. And like I said before, the name of the game is more like just avoidance than outright, oh, let's kill everything, Because honestly, who cares? Alright, boss time. Let's go. Let's go. Now, I did look up too, this boss is 3 phases. I've never made it past the first one, so let's see what happens. See, I took that flamethrower hit there. That was bad. That was real bad. Hey, phase 1's done. Let's go to phase 2. Now this guy is going to do this number. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know how you're supposed to avoid these. I'm done. Dang it. Made it to phase 2 at least. Let's give it up for phase 2. Phase 3 is even worse. It actually has 2 fireballs or flamethrowers that come at you at all times, and you just have to pray. Boop. All right. Let's try this again. And like I keep saying, the name of the game is more just damage avoidal than it is kill all the enemies, because my guns suck right now. and it's just not really going to happen. So, mandatory, I must get these blue power-ups, and also mandatory, I must get to the final boss without losing a life on this level. I think I took a hit there, that sucks. I think I took a couple hits there, that really sucks. So let's see if I can get to, what? Oh, that sucks. The fireball hit the ground and splashed up and killed me. Alright, I'm gonna wax this. Come here, run into me. Run into me. There we go. The last level is not easy. B8P DVB GMP. If I get super frustrated, I could just go find a password that puts me on this level with max lives, but I feel like that's cheating. I don't really want to do that. I want to do it on my own merits. I figure I'll eventually get there. Like, what is it, the million monkeys at a typewriter kind of scenario? Eventually, I will get just lucky enough. Alright, best weapon in the game. I got a little bit of life. And it's so hard too, like you can't really be in the middle of the screen because then you can't really see like the incoming shots very well. This 3D gimmick that they were trying to do here is not friendly. Let's see if I can get through these without impacting any of these dudes. I hate these missile guys. Try to take them out pretty quickly. Dodge these. More missile guys should be coming up. Alright, dodge these again. Then more missile guys should be coming up. Nope, I lied. It's these guys. Alright, we're at full health. Let's see if I can get to the final boss. Without completely dying. Alright, almost full health, almost another extra life. Let's see if I can do it. Damn it. This is not a good start. This is really not a good start. This is not okay. Yeah, I don't know how you're supposed to dodge that. Oh, I took a hit there. That sucks. Oh my god. Yeah, I gotta wax it. That sucked. Now, I will ask real quick, is the video and the audio coming through correctly? Because it's telling me it's unstable, and I don't know if I agree. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Okay, I've got it. Seems fine. I did want to add it where chat actually appears on screen, but I didn't figure out how to do that with Streamlabs, so... Not yet, but coming soon, TM. Alright, we continue playing through Dodge Crap the game. Really don't need that, but I'm going to pick it up anyway, just for kicks. Now what I do need is this health pickup coming up here in a second. If I die before getting to that, I'm going to be very sad. Alright, cool. Oh my god. Taking fireball hits like a champ. Took a direct shot from an enemy there. Alright, I have to live to this next health power-up, or pickup. Alright, we should have more of the blue dudes. I think they were blue. No, we got more of the lava landmines. Alright, you guys can see the blue power-up. I don't need that. What I need... is that health pickup right there. Literally right there. That I didn't mean to pick up, but I did. The green things, they do nothing. That's why I haven't been shooting at the beginning of the level. I'm just doing that for kicks. Blue ball, that's where it's at. It's so funny too, because it's like this is the strongest weapon in the game, but you only get it on the last level, and only then is it so you can actually do any damage to the final boss. I was gonna get hit by that or the ship one, so. Yeah. We do our patent pending just loop around the screen tactic. Alright, there's a health pickup over there that I'm really gonna need. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah. Oh, come on. I was in the air. Now there is another last chance health pickup on this level, so if I can make it to that, we should be okay to get to the final boss with at least a little bit of health remaining. Now, I really don't want to do it, but another tactic that I can do is to go back a couple levels in Password and see if I can get to this level with more than one extra life. Because the level prior to this, I was able to get here with, not here. I was able to get to the prior level with like 2 or 3 extra lives, and I lost them all in that level because it's a very, very hard level also. So there is that. We do have that option. Alright, final boss time. Let's go. Let's see, what is this attempt? Like 8? Let's see if I make it or not. Oh, I ate that one like a champ. Yeah, I was just getting picked off by the little bullets, but that is okay. That is a-okie dokie. Maybe I can get to... Phase 2. Took a hit there. Took a hit there. About to take a hit there. Yep. Damn it. That is rough. That is a rough boss. Alright. Once more into the breach. Yeah, I look at it like all of these old games were made for children, and they were made because the developers hated children. They said, I want that child to suffer. I want that child to know what life is like long before it grows up. I do hate, though, that it is so gimmicky. So this game, for those of you who may not have watched part 1, is locked behind a password system. There's 7 levels, 7 bosses. It is not what I would call an easy game, as you could probably tell. And, everything is gated behind a password system. So every time you beat a level, you get a password. Fun fact, though, you only get the same number of lives as you had when you got to that password. So if you beat a mission and lose a life, guess what? You're down a life for the rest of the game. So realistically, the only way to beat this game is you have to basically get through the first like 5 or 6 levels like flawlessly. And I don't need that power up because I'm already at 3. Which is another thing that I find funny. They give out these blue best weapon in the game power-ups like candy in this level. So it kind of makes me think, did they expect you to die like several times in just this level alone? Because if so, how do you have the lives for that? Oh, I should not have taken that hit. That was a bad hit to take. Come on, focus. Alright, last full heal of the level. I think there's a couple more missile dudes and a couple more rounds of these guys, and then final boss time. Alright, it should be boss time now. Let's go! Phase 1. Phase 2. Let's go! Alright, now phase 3 is his head, and he does double fire wheels. Alright, last life. Oh my god, did I do it? Did I do it? Is that game? GG! Oh. Congratulations! Until you exploded. That was very smooth. Thank you. Yeah, as I was doing it, I was like, oh, is this it? Is this the run? I got lucky, I think. I kind of figured out, so the 3D aspect is kind of crap. And you don't actually watch the... you don't watch the flamethrower. You watch how he's spinning, and you just try to stay on one face of him. And whenever he would go spinning the other direction, I had to switch how I was rotating around. So... oh, man. Ooh, key change in the music. How fancy. So, in 2 hours, 57 minutes, and 28 seconds, I beat Iridion 3D for the Game Boy Advance. I think it's worth it to the developers to finish out the credits. Why not? Maybe it'll do one of those fancy "and you" at the end. I don't know. We'll see. Next GBA game is Pinobi Wings of Adventure, I think, if I have that right. That was the next North America release game for the Game Boy Advance. I think it came out like 1 or 2 days. To enter the gallery, use this password. Now try again in hard mode. Let's not. Let's not do that. I don't even want to imagine what hard mode is like. Like, if this took me about 3 hours to do, I mean, that's just got to be, like, just absolute beating your head against a brick wall. There we go. Wolf. There's the name. So, beat the game with a high score of whatever that is and whatever that means in 2 hours, 57 minutes, and 28 seconds. You know, it's funny. The speed run of this game is like 30 minutes long. But, I'm not a speedrunner. So. Anyway, I'm going to stop recording, potentially stop streaming for a little bit. I might set up for the next game. We'll see. Does the speedrun allow passwords? I think the speedrun just doesn't die. So. Alright, well, thank you guys. If you watch this on YouTube or if you watch this on Twitch, I really appreciate it. And I am going to turn this not terrible game off. Well, actually, well, I gotta give the score. I gotta give it a score out of 10, I think. Um, that's what all the cool kids are doing these days. So if I had to give a score to Iridion 3D for the Game Boy Advance, I mean 3 hours to beat. I didn't hate it. It was hard, but not like unbeatably hard. You just had to learn the patterns and kind of memorize the levels a bit. Um, Only had to play through the whole thing like what, 3 times, almost 4 times. Took a lot of attempts on the last level, but I don't know. I think my scoring on these first few games are until I kind of get a feel for how and if I want to do this is gonna be a little bit loosey goosey. I might go back and say, okay, I gave it a this. Let's give it something else. But let's just give it a 5. How about that? Let's start out with a 5. 5 out of 10. I didn't hate it. There were some parts I liked, but I have to ask myself, would I recommend this to someone? Would I be like, hey, you need to go play Iridion 3D? I think the answer is no. So, anyway, all right, I'm going to stop recording and stop streaming here. I may set up for another game. We will see. But until next time, thank you, and bye bye.